Don't look now, but Bitcoin in the entire crypto market is on tilt as silver and gold once again hit record highs. Don't know if you checked out silver this morning, but it is up over 10% in a single morning of trading. Gold up nearly $100, now well over 5,000, and Bitcoin still stuck at about 90 or 91,000. The race that we put on was won by silver by a hair, by 24 hours, in gold in second place. And of course, Bitcoin went backwards. What does this mean? Well, I think it means a couple of things. First and foremost, I don't think you can look at the silver market and really think fundamentals. When you look at a curve or a chart that clearly goes parabolic, it certainly could be structural change. You know, maybe silver, the industrial metal, has become so important and there's so little of it, we're simply seeing a fundamental repricing. Maybe it's true the big banks were keeping silver low with shorts for decades, and maybe that is just unwinding. That certainly is one possibility. Another possibility is it's just the hottest trade out there. And what you are seeing is even crypto investors are now pouring money into silver and gold. That is actually what's probably most likely, in my opinion, is I think silver and gold have become so hot that it is pulling excess dollars from what would go to crypto, and specifically Bitcoin, and it's just investing in gold or silver. I think a lot of the crypto investors are nothing more than momentum investors. They're just chasing the latest fad. And right now, crypto is in winter and gold and silver are in the sun. I don't know what else to think. If you do own silver and you own silver for, say, less than 20 bucks an ounce, or heck, less than 10 bucks an ounce, I got to ask, when do you sell? I talked to Anna Kelly a couple of weeks ago. I think she sold in the 80s. We're now at 110. I mean, when do you just take your box of silver down to the coin shop and say, take it? I don't know. If somebody's got a couple hundred ounces, I wonder when the time is to sell. So let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Again, silver and gold, once again, racing ahead. Talk about the earnings this week. We talked about the economic data yesterday, the earnings of the week today. We got a bunch of commercial and various regional banks. We're kind of getting past the big Morgan Stanleys and Citis and Wells Fargos and all of that. We're looking at the next tier of banks. For me, I'm looking for loan origination, deposits, and most importantly, loss reserves. We saw some of the big banks actually reduce their loan loss reserves, some increase. This, to me, is a sign of stress or future stress. So I'll be looking for that as I evaluate different earnings. Tomorrow, we get UPS, GM, and American Airlines. Really, what's going on with the consumer? UPS, probably the best example of that in tomorrow's earning. Are we still shipping stuff around the country at crazy levels? Wednesday, Tech Day, we get AT&T, Tesla, Meta, Microsoft, IBM, and Sands. I'll actually be looking into Sands. Again, what is going on with the consumer? All right, Sands is a casino stock, if you don't know, hotel and casino stock. So it'll be interesting to see what's going on there. Thursday, we get Apple, Visa, SAP, Royal Caribbean, and Blackstone. I'm looking for Royal Caribbean and Blackstone. Again, Royal Caribbean, what's going on with the consumer? Is the K-shaped economy still chasing experiences, the top end? And then Blackstone, right? We heard about a write-down at the end of last week. I think it was BlackRock wrote down a debt fund 19%. I wonder if there's any carryover into Blackstone. Will they be taking similar loan loss reserves? So it'll be interesting. And then on Friday, we got SoFi, American Express, Chevron, and Exxon. So again, very, very interesting. We do have a Fed meeting this week, but it is going to be probably pretty boring. They're not going to cut, not going to raise. I even think the Q&A session, the question where Powell is in front of the microphone is probably going to be more like a soap opera. I suspect he's going to get asked about Lisa Cook. I don't really care. I think he's going to get asked about the subpoena. I don't really care. Powell is on the short term now. He's up in May. I think he's only got 2 meetings left after this one. So again, we'll see if anything shocking comes. But again, we do have a Fed meeting on Wednesday. Interestingly enough, Rick Rieder, Chief Investment Officer at BlackRock, is suddenly in the lead to become the next Fed chair. For a long time, we talked about Trump loyalists, Kevin Hassett and others. But now we have this outsider. We have this outsider from, frankly, the largest manager of money on the planet, BlackRock. What does that mean? Is this set up to be another conspiracy theory? So what do we know about Rick Rieder? So I did some searching into Rick Rieder's thoughts, and these were 4 that I came up with. I will be doing more diligence on Rick as we move forward, because again, if Rick's in the lead and he gets nominated, I think it's important for you and I to figure out where Rick lands on the spectrum. So first and foremost, Rick Rieder is often called the best bond guy on the planet. So even if he's not the best, I think it's fair to say he's in the top 10. So he comes with high praise. Number 2, he is dovish on Fed policy. He wants aggressive cuts. That's got to be music to Donald Trump's ears. Again, Donald Trump's talking about 1% Fed rates. Rick Rieder, don't know if he thinks 1% is possible, but he thinks rates should be lower. Outside of the Fed, he is versus a veteran. I think this is a subtle but important fact, and it's actually why I think Rick Rieder will be the nominee. I think when you listen to Scott Bessent, when you watch Trump rail against the machine that is the Fed, they want to blow it up. They want to kind of reset it. They want some of the old guard and the old ways to be removed. The best way to do that is to bring in a complete outsider who has no legacy, no history, no baggage. This is why I think some of the current Fed members and folks in the Trump cabinet are not going to be selected, because they are not outside the Fed purview enough. I really do think if you want to throw a hand grenade into the room, you got to bring a complete outsider with new ideas, new ways, just new visions. And then lastly, for those of you in the crypto market, Rick Rieder is very clearly pro-Bitcoin. He is very, very clearly pro-Bitcoin. So again, very, very interesting. Polymart has him over a 50% chance, where just a couple of weeks ago it was under 10%. So again, a lot of money going on Rick Rieder as the option. The yen carry trade, again, we got to know that it's out there. They're talking about yen control and all of that. Is that what we're seeing right now? Are we just seeing sell America? We're seeing the dollar fall. We're seeing commodities rip. And I think that's what we're seeing. I think we're seeing more and more people trying to get out of the fiat currency. Again, as I said at the open, I think there's hundreds of millions of dollars that normally would go to Bitcoin that's now going to gold and silver. I don't think there's a lot of loyalty with the crypto bros. I think they just want to make money. I think they're gamblers. I think they're addicted to the rush. And right now there is no better rush than silver and gold. Again, I don't know if we can track that with flows, but I think that is something that is definitely going on. Looks like Friday, we could have another government shutdown again. Yes, folks, again, the government shutdown looks to be coming because we can't agree on funding DHS, specifically ICE. DHS, Department of Homeland Security funding is going to be the tie-up. Again, I don't think President Trump will yield on this fact. And frankly, I don't think Chuck Schumer and the Democrats will yield on this. So frankly, I expect a government shutdown once again on Friday. I don't say that as I'm not happy about it. I think it shows how absolutely dysfunctional we are. I also think it shows how we are more and more polarized. Like, who's in the middle anymore, right? We've got very left and very right, very, very loud. Both. It's funny how the extremes are so loud. I really do believe that we have somewhere between 3 and 5% of Americans on the far left, and somewhere between 3 and 5% of Americans on the far right. I think they're about equal. The problem is both sides are loud. And for folks like you and I who are in the middle, we just want to live our life. We just, stay out of our way. Stop stealing our money. Stop the fraud. If you're not upset about the fraud that is going on, I don't know. I feel for you. It's the fact that they've been taking all our money for this time and it's going to fraud, clear fraud. That is a middle of the road issue. All this distractions on the left and on the right is nonsense. Come on, let's go figure out who's stealing our money and put some people in freaking jail. Oh, by the way, find somebody, give them immunity, and let them rat out everybody else. It's not that hard. I don't understand. Let's congratulate some folks for joining school. Again, folks, we provide the platform for everyday wealth builders. We're racing towards 600 members. We've got more and more accountability groups, free education, and of course, the only spot that you can live stream our Vegas event. You guys need to sign up, get in there. Even if you just join for a month, I'm sure you will get extreme value. So let's congratulate Adrian, Augie, and Joe. And just in case you're wondering about our Vegas event and you want to do a last minute booking, we've got 16 spots left. Again, Ty beat me up, made me allocate an extra 20 seats, so we sold 4 of those. Also, if you want to bring a teenager, go ahead and do it. We're going to let all the teenagers come. If you have a teenager, friend, family member, whatnot, bring them. We will have them match your level of badge, either VIP or general admission. I want to help the next generation. We've got Gen Z, Cody and Dylan leading us off Saturday and Sunday. Hopefully we'll do some podcasts with just Gen Z. We'll have them ask Dylan and Cody questions, and it should be a lot of fun. So hopefully I will see you guys there. Read an article about the next wealthy suburbs. So folks, I do not know any of these cities. If you invest in any of these or live by them, I would love to hear from you. But here are the next 5 wealthy suburbs: Marietta, Georgia; Queen Creek, Arizona; Lakeville, Minnesota; Woodbridge, Virginia; and Georgetown, Texas. I did not even know there was a Georgetown in Texas, but there you go. Durable goods came out this morning and they were amazing. Durable goods were up 5.3%. Durable goods are those things that are supposed to last greater than 3 years. It's a sign that consumers are buying. Durable goods up 5.3 is a solid number. 3 out of the last 4 months, durable goods are up. Expectations were only 3.2%, so up and a big beat. Core, which is like ex-transportation, I believe, is up 4.4, the strongest since June of 2022. And then, folks, the last thing to highlight is this week we get 20% of the S&P 500 reporting. So it's a big week for earnings. All right, folks, don't forget, if you are a landlord, give Steadily a chance. They're constantly helping Olivia and I save money. I think we're up to $8,000 now, just short of $8,000. Steadily has saved us with better policies and better rates. Check the link in the description. They will take care of you. And of course, if you want to come to Vegas, or heck, you live in Vegas, we got 16 tickets left. And I hope to see you there. Go to Eventbrite, link below. And of course, if you can't make it, join school so you can live stream all the great conversations and great speakers. Take care. Later.